Have you ever looked into a woman's eyes and felt something was off? She smiled. She said all the right words, but deep down you knew something inside her had shifted. You couldn't explain it, but your gut whispered what your heart refused to accept. She might be cheating on you. And that quiet fear, it eats at men. Because betrayal doesn't always show up as lipstick on a collar. Sometimes it hides behind a warm smile, a text she tilts her phone away to read, or a sudden change in how she looks at you. Before I tell you the 3 questions that expose a cheating woman, I want you to pause, breathe, and if you're ready to finally understand what's been hidden from you, hit that like button and subscribe right now. Because what I'm about to share will change how you see women forever. Why men often assume women cheat for similar reasons to themselves: lust, thrill, or boredom. However, women typically cheat emotionally long before they do so physically, experiencing a significant disconnection before crossing that line. And these 3 questions are like a psychological truth serum. They make it impossible for a dishonest woman to keep her mask on. When a woman cheats, her nervous system betrays her before her words do. Her breathing changes, her pupils contract, her tone shifts. Most men ignore these signals because they want to believe her. But denial is the silent killer of masculine intuition. You feel something's off, but you suppress it, hoping love will fix it. But love doesn't fix lies. Awareness does. These questions aren't meant to accuse her. They're designed to awaken her subconscious. When asked correctly, they bypass her logic and trigger instinctive reactions she can't control. You'll see it in her micro-expressions, her hesitation, the delay between question and answer, that half-second pause. That's where truth hides. So when you ask these questions, don't raise your voice. Don't act emotional. Stay calm. Because calmness makes her uncomfortable if she's hiding something. It's the silence that exposes her, not the shouting. Every man deserves honesty. Every man deserves to know who truly stands beside him. The only way to find out is to ask the questions she can't prepare for. Now let's start peeling back the mask, because the first question I'm about to reveal has exposed more cheating women than any lie detector test ever could. The first question is simple but devastatingly effective. You ask her calmly and without emotion. If I were to ask you if there's anything you haven't told me lately, anything at all, what would you say? When asking a question, most men anticipate a quick denial or negative response. However, the true answer lies not in her words, but in her reaction. Observe her face closely. If she freezes momentarily, averts her gaze, laughs uneasily, or echoes the question back to you, she is subconsciously buying time. This is an atypical response, indicating a subconscious defense mechanism. Her mind is actively strategizing how to conceal the truth. See, honest women don't prepare answers, they just tell the truth. But a woman hiding something, her body betrays her before her mouth opens. She'll start talking too much, giving unnecessary details, as if flooding you with words will drown your suspicion. And if you look closely, her eyes won't connect with yours. They'll dart or blink too often. Those aren't random gestures. They're micro-expressions of anxiety. But here's the real psychology behind this question. You're not asking what she's done. You're inviting her conscience to speak. That subtle invitation to confess creates cognitive dissonance. Her moral and emotional sides clash. A guilty woman feels that tension instantly. A loyal woman doesn't. The brilliance of this question is that it's non-confrontational. It sounds gentle, even innocent, but it disarms her because it forces her to self-can. In that split second, she replays what she's hiding. And if something's there, you'll see it. You might feel it. Men often underestimate their intuition, but when your gut whispers, it's rarely wrong. Now, if she avoids your eyes or changes the subject, don't chase her with accusations, just smile slightly. Silence will drive her insane if she's guilty. She'll try to fill it with excuses, random stories, anything to redirect your focus. Don't interrupt, let her talk. The more she says, the clearer the cracks become. The first question opens the door. The next one walks right into her emotional world. It doesn't expose her through guilt, it exposes her through inconsistency. Because when a woman is hiding another man, her emotional rhythm changes. And this second question brings that truth to the surface like a reflection she can't deny. The second question is deceptively soft, yet it cuts deeper than any accusation. You ask her, do you feel like something's missing between us lately? Now listen carefully, not just to what she says, but how she says it. A faithful woman, even if she feels distance, will lean in emotionally. She'll want to fix it. She'll say things like, yeah, I feel it too. Maybe we need more time together. Or, I miss how we used to be. She'll speak with warmth, with connection still alive in her tone. But a woman who's already given herself emotionally to someone else, her answer sounds rehearsed, detached, or overly neutral. She might shrug and say, I don't know, I've just been busy. Or, why are you asking that? the tone shifts. There's no softness. It's dry, controlled, almost robotic. That's because her emotional energy is elsewhere. She's protecting something, someone. You see, women cheat emotionally before they ever cross the physical line. When another man starts to occupy her heart, she begins to emotionally detach from you. Not out of anger, but because her mind can't be in two places at once. Her energy has already shifted. Her laughter around you fades. Her eyes stop glowing when she talks to you. She becomes polite instead of passionate. Emotional withdrawal, not stress, is the issue here. The question, do you feel something's missing between us, will force her to confront this detachment. A loyal woman will feel safe to open up and reconnect, but a cheating woman will feel cornered and try to deflect with questions like, "Why are you asking weird questions?" Or, "Are you accusing me of something?" Her quick defensiveness will be noticeable. That's not curiosity. That's fear of exposure. And here's the truth most men never hear. When a woman is faithful, she seeks repair. When she's unfaithful, she seeks escape. This question shows you which path she's on. But here's the hardest part. You have to stay emotionally still. Don't argue, don't explain, just watch. The silence after you ask this question is where her truth will echo the loudest. If she avoids intimacy, avoids eye contact, or tries to make you feel guilty for asking, understand this. She's not protecting your feelings, she's protecting her secret. And the next question, the final one, shatters that secret completely because it doesn't test her words, it tests her loyalty instinct. The third question is the one that truly separates truth from deception. You look her in the eyes and ask with calm composure, "Do you think I trust you as much as I used to?" It sounds simple, almost too simple, but this question is psychological dynamite because it doesn't accuse her. It makes her confront how she thinks you see her, and that terrifies a guilty mind. Watch what happens next. A loyal woman will pause, reflect, and speak softly. She'll say, "I hope so." Or, "If you don't, tell me how I can fix that." She engages emotionally. Her instinct is to restore trust. Because when a woman values a man, his trust is sacred to her. But if she's been hiding something, her entire body language changes. She'll shift in her seat. Her breathing becomes shallow. Her response becomes defensive or overly calm. She might say, "Why wouldn't you trust me?" Or, "You're being paranoid." That's projection, the psychological shield of a person trying to control the narrative. Here's the secret most men overlook. Guilt doesn't always scream. It often hides in indifference. A woman who no longer cares whether you trust her has already detached. That's the moment a man needs to wake up because you're no longer dealing with confusion. You're dealing with emotional closure. And when you ask that question, don't look for an instant confession. Look for micro expressions. The eyes that drop slightly, the lip pressed tight, the quick breath before she speaks. Those are involuntary signs of internal conflict. Her mind is calculating the safest response. If she tries to laugh it off or flip the blame, you're just insecure. Stay silent. Silence is your power. A guilty woman feels unsafe in silence because in that moment her mask starts to slip. She'll try to fill the space with explanations, distractions, or even fake affection. But everything she does will feel off. You'll sense it. That's your intuition talking. Listen to it. This question exposes her, not by forcing honesty, but by forcing self-awareness. Because if she's innocent, she'll want you to feel safe again. But if she's guilty, the question alone will feel like an attack, even though you never accused her. That reaction is the confession. Most men want to believe love is stronger than deceit. But when trust dies, love starts gasping for air. And no relationship survives when truth can't breathe. Now, here's the part no one tells you. The moment after you ask these questions is more revealing than her answers themselves, because her behavior in the aftermath tells you everything. If she's innocent, she'll want to connect. She'll come closer, reassure you, maybe even show a bit of sadness that you doubted her. Her empathy will be real, and you'll feel her energy leaning toward you, not away. But if she's been unfaithful, you'll see distance disguised as control. She'll act calm, too calm. Her body might stay still, but her energy will shift. You'll feel her presence dim. She'll subtly detach, and you'll sense she's mentally somewhere else. That's not intuition, it's pattern recognition. Your mind is noticing incongruence between her tone, her eyes, and her words. A woman who's cheating tries to manage your perception. She'll shift the narrative fast. She might say, "Why are you being insecure lately?" Or, "You've changed." That's manipulation through deflection. It's how she reclaims control. She can't undo the questions you asked, so she'll try to make you doubt yourself for asking them. It's psychological misdirection, but here's where you have to be strong. Don't confront her with anger. Don't argue and don't start a blame game. Just stay composed. Calmness creates psychological discomfort for a liar. When you don't react emotionally, she can't predict your next move. And that's terrifying for someone hiding something. Here's what you must understand as a man. You are not looking for a confession. You are observing for truth. Cheaters rarely admit it outright. They reveal it in fragments, tone shifts, avoidance, over-explaining, random irritability, or sudden guilt-driven affection. It's not what she says, it's what changes in how she shows up. If you feel that her warmth has turned mechanical, if affection feels forced, if communication feels rehearsed, believe that your body recognizes emotional withdrawal long before your mind accepts it. And remember this, loyalty isn't proven when things are easy. It's proven when temptation whispers. The moment a woman entertains betrayal, her heart stops beating in rhythm with yours. That's when love becomes an illusion built on denials. So before you cling to explanations or excuses, ask yourself, do you feel peace when you're with her? Because peace never coexists with betrayal. If you have to convince yourself she's loyal, you already know the truth. Here's the truth most men never want to face. Once you start questioning her loyalty, the relationship has already changed. Whether she's guilty or not, something in the connection has fractured. And pretending it hasn't will only delay your healing. But there's power in awareness. These three questions aren't meant to destroy. They're meant to reveal, to bring clarity, where confusion has been eating away at your confidence. Because uncertainty is poison to a man's peace. You can't lead, love, or live with strength when your trust is bleeding silently inside you. A woman who values you will sense your doubt and meet it with honesty. She'll hold your gaze, lower her defenses, and say, I want to make this right. That's the kind of woman worth rebuilding with. But a woman who hides behind attitude, guilt-tripping, or emotional manipulation, she's already chosen dishonesty over intimacy. Don't beg her for the truth. Watch how she handles it. That reaction is her confession. If your gut tells you something's off, listen, not every quiet woman is cheating, but every cheating woman eventually grows quiet. It's the silence that speaks the loudest, the late replies, the new friends, the emotional distance disguised as busyness. Those aren't coincidences, they're symptoms of emotional replacement. But here's the part that separates strong men from broken ones. True strength lies not in controlling others, but in self-mastery and embracing truth, even when difficult. When you cease seeking false reassurance, you reclaim your inherent power. Remember, genuine love brings peace, not anxiety. The right partner will enhance your confidence, while the wrong one will erode your self-worth. And no amount of love can save a woman who has already disconnected from her conscience. So if you're watching this right now, ask yourself, do I feel safe in her honesty or trapped in her secrets? Because the answers to these three questions will reveal not just her truth, but yours. If this video helped you see things clearer, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because every week I reveal the hidden patterns of female psychology that most men never understand until it's too late. Stay smart, stay calm, and remember, a man who values truth will never be destroyed by it, only set.